So I'm back. Ooh. Let's mute that. Hey, so this is the second video, a part of that two-part video. I don't think it's called technically a series, I guess pairing, couple, I don't know, where I do a day makeup and I turn that day makeup into a drag look. So yes, stick around if that's something you want to see. In my last video, I could not remember where I put this. And I'm sorry, I look beautiful. Does this not look beautiful? Comment down below. And if you comment no, I will find you and I will cry on your doorstep. How do you feel about that, sister? But yeah, so I'm gonna put some powder on my face. If I had worked today, I would actually have sweat and this would be more like important of a step. But since I didn't work, it's not that important. But I didn't do much, but you see how sweaty my nose is? That is my problem. You saw me powder it twice with a pressed powder and a loose powder. You know I tried. So now that I did that, I think what the first step I'm going to do is kind of go in with this concealer and extend the highlights of my face a little bit up in here. I'm using this e.l.f. Hydro Camo Concealer in the shade of something, I don't know. In the shade of love, darling. The shade of life. The shade of mystery. I'm just going to extend that down this way. I'm going to go up the nose. That. Here and here. I'm going to extend this part of my makeup like that. Because for some reason, that just makes my makeup look so good to me. Go ahead and blend that out. Like that. So I've done this a couple of times where I change my day makeup to drag makeup. And I think what I want to do is I want to glue down my brows. And I think that might end up being a little bit messier. And I usually try my best to not take any makeup off, but I really want to glue down my brows today. So I'm going to take that particular amount of makeup off. Where did I put my glue stick? Where is my glue stick? Where is my glue stick? All right, so I am going to take off my eyebrows. Makeup. And that is it, though. Because I do want to glue down my brows. I will say the only reason why I am doing that differently than how I usually do this, like daytime makeup, drag makeup transformation, is because I had a feud on Reddit with someone and they hated my makeup because it was so, they said it was like crayons, like Crayola, like kids who don't draw inside the lines, which I'm going to be honest with you, is very my drag coded. Like my drag is definitely a validation to the younger me. And it's very much that sense of like play and excitement and fun. And so to have someone try to say that to me in a derogatory way, in a way to bring me down, only makes me stronger and want to do an even more exaggerated and annoying form of it, you know? Annoying form of it. I'm going to pat around the eyebrow so I don't have so much excess glue above and below, because I think that is kind of usually the biggest problem with eyebrow covering. is the possibility of there being excess glue and therefore getting mixed up with the powder. All right, and so I'm gonna set that with this PYT Beauty powder I have. Its shade is Fair, which I think is fair. I think it's a very fair name for a very fair shade. All right, and so I'm gonna dust that off. Dust that off. All right, and that's pretty good coverage. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm too easily entertained. I'm so sorry. Let me do that right there. Go even further up with this highlight color. Right into there. So one thing that is kind of signature mother makeup is a circle in the middle of my face. And I usually don't do that in my day makeup to night makeup transformation. I keep saying I don't usually do this. And you guys haven't seen the pictures. I've only done it a couple of times. And I posted it on Reddit because I didn't record it. I'm sorry. But today I'm going to do that in this one where I create that circle that I'm kind of known for in my tiny little circle. A good circle. All right. I'm gonna do green because that's what color I have in my hand right now. With the circle, I tend to choose one color and I just kind of make sure that the blending of it is at the forefront. Like that's what I'm focusing in on, not trying to do a bunch of different colors. I do think because it's a jarring thing, to me it looks better whenever it is just one pretty good blend on a single color. A pretty well done blend. I have really terrible sinuses. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can hear it. Like as I'm talking, like it's absolutely disgusting. I hate it. And I get it honest. Both my dad and my mom have bad sinuses. I think I have the worst of the three of us though. My sister's is just now kind of getting a little bit annoying, but hers is a lot better than mine. And so yeah, we're just doing that blend right there. Right there. Oh, okay. I love it already. I do. I really do love it. That is so cute. All right, so we have that. And I'm going to change up this color on my eye some. But I don't know. Should I do... What's a good... Should I just do purple? I feel like purple I've been doing a lot lately, but also I love purple. It's a really cute color to me. And so I'm just going to take it like that.
I would really pop, but I really wasn't thinking about that.
I don't know if you can tell, I'm concentrating on this makeup right now. I want to snap on it. I want to have a good makeup for you guys. Let's get into this color.
How are we liking that? Are we liking
Yeah. Are we liking it? Does that look good to you guys? So basically, I did not tell you any of the colors I used. I used these two as I got closer to the inner eye. This is the one right on the edge. This is the one right next to it. I used that one in the darker purple. And I used these two purples on like the very ends. And these are You-Can-Be palettes, which I've been calling Ukambe palettes. But then I sat down and I sounded it out like a preschooler. This one is in Fruit Punch, and this one is Purple Witch. And so I use those two, all of these two palettes in those shades to kind of craft this beautiful little purple eye. So that's beautiful. I am going to go back in with the same concealer, that same e.l.f. concealer, and I'm going to touch up right where the brow is still. I'm going to do that around this way as well. And a little bit over the circle. The goal is to help create that shape that really pops. Like the difference between day makeup and drag makeup is really all about like punching up that contrast between the two, punching up the colors and that extreme. And honestly, my drag, as described by the person on Reddit, my Crayola drag, it really benefits from a lot of color, in my opinion. Oh, I gotta go back in this purple again, sisters. Oop. I'm gonna go in with this Juvia's Place concealer. It's number 3. I don't know if that's the shade or I don't know. I'm going to use that to contour, and again, I'm going to more extreme contour. I'm going to take it and go from here up, look at that. It's towards the end of its life. No one judge it. And go underneath the nose. On the forehead. On the chin. On the jaw a little bit. I'm going to try to punch up this contour on this side. I am towards the end of this bottle. I'm towards the end of a lot of makeup. Some might say it's because I'm broke. Alright, so we have that set in that way. I'm going to go back and I'm going to use that same highlight shade that I used earlier. I'm going to the Found from that last video, and I'll go right into there with that. down the nose, on the forehead. That is with the Found. I'm going to go in with that same medium shade I used in the last video, the Fit Me in 360. Mocha. And go kind of everywhere else with that. And then in those places that I really want to punch, I'm going to go in with this B Beauty Essentials in the shade Rich. Rich. What I dream about being. The people who have abused this land. Rich. I am going to put that under my nose in the places I really want to contour. So in that high cheekbone placement, on the forehead. Put that there. All right, I'm gonna brush off any excess. But now I'll go back in with a blush that is technically a lipstick, but I'm a woman of a certain craziness who likes to do the most. Isn't that so cute? Again, with I'm so sorry. I love it. I know some people don't, but I do. Just set my nose and my cheeks. That now we're gonna contour with the powders. I'm gonna grab this palette, same palette I used before. I'm gonna go with this lighter shade and it'll go right underneath the eye area. Really intensify that. Go down the nose with that shade. And put it right there underneath the lip, above and beneath the lip area. I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to go kind of in a more extended highlight. So right beneath that. On the other sides of this. All right, I'm going to take that same color I used earlier for the rest of my face. I'm going to use that for my face again. And the thing that I tend to say to myself is that usually the contour parts, they tend to be places that need more coverage. So I just go ahead and take that medium shade all the way throughout the face and then just punch it up with the contour, you know. Anywhere that isn't highlighted just gets that medium shade, and that just makes, I feel like it makes it blend a little bit better. So I'm going to go in with this shade at first for the contour. Going right there. Going right there. Bottom nose. Forehead.
This is a lot of makeup. Get that tied.
Ooh, girl, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel good. I feel like I'm really in drag today. Today feels really good for drag. All right, you see that? That's kind of the general contour of my face. I'm gonna go back in with black towards the end of it, but that's a pretty good point to say, I think I wanna do blush, and I think I wanna do a purple blush. So I'm gonna go in with this color from that You Can Be Fruit Punch palette, and I'm gonna put it on my cheeks. I love it already. Put it right there on my cheeks. I'm gonna go everywhere with it because someone said that I was a crayon drag queen, and I am going to make that my brand until I no longer wish to do so. I'm gonna go in with that purple next to it towards the bottom and those little pockets right there. And honestly, towards the end of this, it'll be covered in black anyway, so it won't be that noticeable, but to me, it will be an important step and I would hate to miss it. And go right over the bottom of the nose with a little bit of purple blush. Right there. My nose is so crooked today. It's okay. We're not going to worry about a crooked nose. Take this brush. I'm going to take that green and go right underneath the eye. The brighter green on this You Can Be palette. And just go like that.
Crayola down, sisters. Crayola down. Just like that. Take a little bit of this darker green. We're doing drag today, sisters. We're doing drag.
Honestly, I feel most inspired with drag when I face critique of people. That's usually when I feel the most like, I'm going to do it my way, kind of about my drag. And I love that. I'm going to touch up my mascara from earlier. I'm going to take some of that e.l.f. concealer that I used on my face to create the circle. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that underneath the eye to help create the little white underneath my eyes that I'm kind of obsessed with. Alright, that looks pretty good. Put on that. Yep, I did. Alright, and I'm going to take a white. I have a white in this You Can Be palette. I'm going to take a white and just kind of pound it into that almost white. So now I'm going to line my eyes. So like that. I'm going to try to do that on this side. I'm going to try to clean that up with a black shadow. Sometimes when I do my makeup and I'm recording it, I'm like, oh yes, I am a crazy woman who puts a lot of product on her face in ways that probably no one else cares about. So one thing I like to do is I like to do fake lashes, at least a couple, like that. And it's not something that's very noticeable, but it's something that I notice and I like, and so I do it. All right, so that is kind of my eye makeup. I'm gonna take this shade from that Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And just like out of drag, my eyebrows are probably the part of my makeup I am the least certain on. Like I don't tend to care that much about them, and I should. I just don't have that much experience with eyebrows. I think eventually I probably will be like, no, this is how I want my eyebrows. In the same way that how I feel about my circle. But with eyebrows, I kind of just do my best, you know, to create them and pray that they turn out, you know, okay looking. Is that okay? Do we like that eyebrow? Comment down below. Eyebrow, yes or no? All right. Like, is that good? Is that good? I'm gonna try to do this on the other side, sisters. All right, so we have that. I'm going to take black and I'm going to contour the face a little bit more.
Like that. Do another one.
Like that. Go back in with that blush color to kind of make it alive again.
I wish my nose a little bit more right there.
This color again. I'm gonna do the lip with that. I do like a clowny lip, the like pointy end lip. That's one of my favorites to do. I just keep thinking about that guy who was like, you look like Crayola, clowny drag. Like, this isn't good drag. I grew up with good drag queens and whatnot. And one is ahistorical. Like, you can go back and look at a lot of clowny drag queens from any, like, photographical era of drag, you know? Like in the 90s and the 70s and the 2000s, today, you know? You can find drag queens who fit in a more clowny mold of drag. And then also, it's just very boring. Like, sister, I'm sorry that people want to have fun and make art that they want to make. And if that really bothers you, I don't know what to tell you, sister. Die, I guess. Like, because people are still going to create and they're still going to, like, interact with art how they want to interact with art. And so this idea that, you know, the way I was taught, the way I was raised is the way that drag should look at all times from beginning of my life to the end of my life is, like, it's just the opposite of how I see drag. And if you really want to make drag that you want to see, that you were raised seeing, sister, put on the wig and take a picture. And if that is something you can't do, you need to shut up when other people put on a wig and take a picture and they put out the drag that they like seeing in the world. Sorry. That's my opinion on that. I look beautiful. I'm gonna give myself a mole. All right, I look just about done. I'm gonna do some finishing touches like eyelashes. Right back. So I ended up adding some more black both under the eye and kind of behind the lashes. But yes, this is the final look. I hope that you enjoy it. And if not, you can comment Crayola down underneath. I will say this, I put on all this makeup with a bunch of colors just so I can go on that same subreddit and to comment Crayola Queen. Like, that's literally all I want to do. But yeah, so this is Mother Ink makeup. It's a lot. I could put a picture of like what I look like before and what I look now. Well, I guess I don't have to have a picture of what I look like now because I am the picture of what I look like now. But yeah, so if you like this video, you can comment, like, or subscribe and share it with a friend. If not, I'm sorry. But have a great rest of your day.